Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me for the second of two back-to-back long runs. Today in this video I'm going to be taking on the hashtag #MyRun challenge. 5 questions about running. It's a viral video thing that's been going around the last couple of weeks. Thanks to Bradley Singer Runs for my nomination. So we got a 3-hour run along the coastal path. Here we're starting in this beautiful quaint village of Bucks Mills. We're going to head along the southwest coast path, hopefully get to Clovelly and beyond, and I'll show you some of the beautiful scenery along the way. But without further ado, let's get running and let's get answering some questions. Well, that was a bit of luck. Just wanted to get some B-roll of the lovely pink flowers there, and there was a hummingbird hawk moth on it, which we haven't seen for years, so brilliant to see that. Hopefully I got some good footage and I can slow it down and show you, but amazing moth.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Alright, so we're about a mile on the coast then. Time for the first question, I think. So first question, why do you run? And such a difficult question to answer really. There's so many reasons. I initially got into running like Bradley, but like so many other people as well, to get fit. I will flash up a photo of me about 5 or 6 years ago, and yeah, you can kind of tell the difference between now and then. So essentially I was playing a netball match with the staff at the school that I used to work with, and I realised that running around the court I was out of breath far quicker than people a lot older than me, and I thought, oh hang on, something's not quite right here. So I started kind of running a little bit in secret to start off with. I didn't like running in public. I wanted to run on the treadmill, and started to lose weight gradually. Also changed my diet a little bit too. Started to lose weight. So that's what initially got me going. Why do I run now? Because I really love it. I love the sport. I love the people that you meet along the way. I love being out on days like this. So I love getting out on a day like today, exploring new places that you've not been before. But I think more deeply than that, it's the challenge of running and training. It puts you in places that you haven't been before. I think every new runner, they stick with it. They always end up surprising themselves, and they always sort of go, I never thought I'd ever do that. It's happened to me loads of times across my running journey. My first K was about 30 minutes or something. I never thought I'd be able to run one in under 17. I never thought I'd be able to run a marathon in under 3 hours, or be the first person across the line at a race or a park run, which isn't a race. But it's all that kind of thing. You slowly you build up your confidence. Actually, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I could push myself. I partly got into running, or inspired to run as well, by ultra runners. These people running these incredibly long distances in beautiful places across the world. I thought, I'd love to do that one day. And slowly, gradually, here I am, around 250Ks now, and I've got my first ultra race coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Amendment to the first question, why do I run? This hill is making me question it. Huge. Oh, killer.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With and I, the future is bright.
Okay, question number 2. What piece of advice would you give to new runners? So tricky because there's loads of stuff. Loads of stuff I've learned from 80/20. But I think the one piece of advice I'd give is to try and be consistent. That's really because if you're a new runner and you're starting from a baseline of fitness that's quite low, like mine was, or even if you're coming from a different discipline like cycling and you're in fairly good shape, running can be pretty tough to start off with, and it can be really challenging and hard work. But with consistency, it really does get easier. And then you find yourself going out for a run and you're going at the same pace that was once really tough and you're barely out of breath. Or a few years down the line, you're running up a pretty steep hill like I am now and able to hold a conversation with a camera. And also, I think, find something that you really enjoy with running. For me, when I first started, that was park run. For a long time, it was the highlight of my week. When I say I started working week on a Monday, I'd be thinking about the park run on the Saturday and looking forward to it all week. And that kind of incentivized me to train, to get out the door in the winter so I could run that park run a little bit faster, a little bit easier, or a little bit stronger the coming Saturday.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through, no limit to what we can do. Oh, well, you know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Okay, third question. What was your first running event? It was something called the Hamel Down 7 by an event company called Pure Trail. As the name suggests, all of their events are almost entirely on trail. This one's up on the moors, Widdicombe, 7.5 miles, 3.5 miles up from Widdicombe along the Hamel Down Ridge to I think it's Hockney Tor or Hookney Tor. Come down into a Bronze Age settlement. It's absolutely huge, really impressive Bronze Age settlement. Come around Hookney Tor and then it's 3.5 miles back down to the start. And it can be brutal. First year we did it, freezing cold, ground was rock solid, but it was a pretty decent running conditions for January. And then the second time I did it, it's probably one of the worst storms of the year. 50-60 mile an hour winds across the top of them, all blowing sideways. Rarely running conditions like that, but it was a great event. And it was also at those events where I started to do all right in terms of the kind of leaderboard or, you know, position. So I think the first time I did it I came 8th, the next time I did it I came 4th. But a really good event. I'd love to do the half one day, and they put on some really good events all across, mostly Devon, a couple near me as well. There's one not that long ago. It's the Tsunami Run, 24-hour run, as well as an ultra. and half marathon distance. I think there was a 10k-ish distance as well. So I have to give those a go. But yeah, that was my first event. Loved it. Loved the sort of competitive feel, the atmosphere, the challenge. Pretty much everything I love about racing still today.
See, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more.
Okay, question 4. What's your running or achievable ambition in running? I've got a few. I don't know how achievable they are because they are pretty ambitious, but first one, obviously, push myself through this ultra coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking to run pretty much the entire thing. There's only steep sections, and of course I'll walk because it's more efficient, but basically keep moving and run it as fast as I can over 63 miles, which is intense. So that's my first one. Ambitious, but definitely achievable. Second is to run 2.5 hour marathon. My PB for my second marathon is 2:55, and I reckon it's achievable. Tough, but achievable. And then my third ambition, and again, I have no idea how achievable this one is, but I absolutely love it. I would love to run for my county someday. I'd love to wear that Devon top and yeah, push hard for this beautiful county which we're running in now. So yeah, those are my 3 ambitions. Race to the Stones, 100k, 2.5 hour marathon, run for Devon.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Alright, final question then, and question 5 is, what is your dream running event? And again, another question that's difficult to answer because there's so many. Love to run the world majors, London, Berlin, New York, and the other 2 would love to run Boston, but then there's some ultras as well I'd love to do. There's one in particular, I think I'm not sure on its name, but it's through Iceland, and you go up onto the volcanoes and run on like volcanic soil and stuff like that. It just looks otherworldly and spectacular. I'd love to do that one day. Oh, there are running holidays too that I'd really like to do. So running through like jungles in Costa Rica, place slightly closer to home, like Madeira. Wow. But I will take running along the coast here in Devon. Who needs to fly when you've got that on your doorstep? But yeah, loads of running events. Really, there isn't anything that I wouldn't like to do in running. So there we go. There's my answers to #MyRunChallenge. I think I get to nominate 2 or 3 other running YouTubers, and I still need to do my homework on who to nominate. I know this thing's going viral, and quite a lot of people have done it already. So do my homework and I'll flash up on the screen and, I don't know, hashtag something or other, tag people in it. I don't know how it works, but there you go. Right, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and until the next one, be the best you.